A person asked me before joining my numerology course that Rada, is numerology real? Does it work? Yes, it's real. Numerology, astrology, palmistry, and all the predictive sciences are more than real, and more than that, they have a vital importance in nowadays life. And unfortunately, because of our lifestyle, most of the people are lost in the abundance of temptations, are lost in abundance of possibilities. And the more life becomes opened to you with a lot of possibilities and freedom, the more people become lost and unhappy, because they don't know what way to choose. They want to try it all, and they spend their life, waste their life, just running after illusionary formulas. So in nowadays, the thing like numerology, astrology, are the rare chance, or one in a few chances, to really help us become happy. Because why we need all these things? For only one reason, for the main purpose of our life. We want to be happy. And for some reason, everyone, I want to be happy, you want to be happy, everyone, no matter the whatever, we want one thing, humans in this world, we want to be happy. But for some reason, so few people are really happy. Why? One answer: they are not living their own lives, and they are not to blame. How can they know what is their life? Because nowadays we are giving with such an easiness all these possibilities. Oh, if you want this, you can become this. If you want to do this, you can easily become this. 3 days you become a coach. 5.5 days you can become a millionaire. 7 days you can marry a rich man, and so on and so on and so on. Things are presented so easily for people, and people try this, people try that, and life is wasted. And till the end, they do not find their own one road, which is predestined for them. Because, my dears, first news. I don't know good news for you, bad news for you, but in your life, you only have one road, which can have several variety of scenarios, but this is one direction. That only if you find that road, you will be happy. Otherwise, never, ever, you will be genuinely happy. You can be joyful for some moments. Oh my God, like this happened, I'm happy, or that happened, I'm happy. But as per all, your health deteriorates, financial situation is bad, not because you have less money, but because you don't know what you want, and that money is not enough to give you what you really want, what will make you really happy. Relationships deteriorate very fast, very drastically. So basically, people are not genuinely happy. They try to convince themselves, oh my God, I have this job, everything is fine, I have a good husband, everything is fine, I have 3 children, everything is fine. But very often, nothing is fine. Nothing is fine, because the person doesn't know who she or he is. And it's deep inside, we know this. We know that actually I'm still, something is missing. Apparently I have everything, but something is missing. So that something is your essence. You haven't discovered the beautiful essence of you only by exploring it. That time you will become happy. That time your heart will be filled with joy, and you will start performing wherever you are, your job, your relationships, your social activity, whatever you are, you will start performing much better, much successful. Your health will improve, your relationship will improve, your everything, your financial life will, material life will, everything will improve. Why? Because you are standing on that, you found your way. It's like if somebody will say, your happiness is at that address, and you are in a city which you are for the first time in that city, and I'm telling you, your happiness, the one you are listening to me now, is at that address. Go and find it. And how 90% of people are acting, they start roaming around all the streets of the city in order to find that address. How big chances are that they will find? I don't know, minimum. Instead, I'm telling you, look, your happiness is waiting you at that address, and this is the map. It will show you which turn to take and all the shortcuts and all the beautiful places. That time, without wasting any time, any extra effort, you will just take the map and you will reach your happiness, and you will start exploring, exploding, learning and sharing your own happiness. You will become happy, which is just priceless feeling in this life. You will become yourself. So this is why, but how we know these maps? Because God loves us. Once we are born, He knows that we are weak humans. We will forget our predestination. We will forget everything. And He puts us inside our pockets. He puts our map on our face, physiognomy. He puts our fate, our destiny on our palms. He puts our destiny in the birth date, and our name bears our destiny. Your birth date bears all the information about you, what you have to do, what you have, what you don't have, what you must have not. And the very same destiny is also inscripted in your planets. So God made everything possible to ensure that you have those maps. If you lose your face, you still have your palms. You lose your palms, you still have your name and your birthday. If you even He made it possible for us. He gave us all the chances to be happy. But here we are in this modern world, not believing the numerology and astrology and so on, sciences like this, and we are trying to act smart and to figure it out by ourselves, like I know better what I need. But the truth is that we do not know. If we knew, then we would from the start be in a different place already. This is why the planets in your life that affect you, which are correspondent to the numbers in your birthday, in your name, those are the story of your life. Everything is told by these data. And again, we have this not skeptical because we have no knowledge. Again, not to blame, no one is to blame. It's up to us what we choose. We were not brought up in such a culture where these things were taught to us from childhood. So we have to get there by ourselves. So we feel like very practical, pragmatical, materialist people. They think, the planet is somewhere there, very far away. The numbers are just on paper, and how possibly can I be related to their influence? How possibly? The thing is that all those energies are actually inside us. These are the energetical proteins that we have inside us. And so basically the planets, always imagine such a very good example that my teacher once upon a time gave it, so I'm not trying to invent a better one. Your life is always under the vision of, let's say, 9, 16, whatever, video cameras. Constantly, your actions are recorded by one of these camera. They are not working simultaneously because different planets, let's say every planet can be related to a number, but just because we know about planets more, let's talk about it. So every planet is responsible for a certain aspect of your life. For example, so it varies, to simplify it to the maximum. Sun, planet Sun, which each of us has in our horoscopes, is responsible for your initiative, you being responsible, you in the society, you being responsible, you being a leader. Okay? So every time you do something related to your personality, becoming you yourself, developing, being unique, being you, being responsible, being a leader, or being a tyrant, being a selfish person, being someone who suppresses the other, that planet, that video camera will record this and save the data in its on its hard disk. Then let's say the moon. The moon is our emotions, our intuition. The moon is our feminine energy. The moon is the motherhood. So you being, for example, a woman, you being a mother, the way you treat your children, or the way every single action that is related to you being, let's say, a mother or a wife, is being recorded by this video camera of the moon. Saturn, responsible for the duties, for our career, for us being professionals, for us, our relation with elders. So every time we do something good, or we break the rules of the Saturn, we disrespect our elders in the family or on the street, we are being irresponsible in our duties, we are cheating at our, I don't know, at the office or something, or vice versa, we are being professional, we are being very punctual, we are being very planning good, being very disciplined. That camera of the Saturn is just recording everything. Mars, you are being foolishly aggressive, Mars will record it. You are being compassionate, you are being what people like to say, the warrior of the light, a saint, again, that camera of the Mars records it. So your X number of the assistants, all planets from your life, your personal assistants for a lifetime, they are recording all your action. Each camera, each planet records the actions related to its laws and rules. And when the time comes, and for each planet the time comes at a certain period of your life, the planet, which is, let's say, every information that the planet accumulates, is stored in a cup, in a bottle. So when the time comes for that planet to give you back your own, what is called karma, the results of your own actions, that planet steps one step ahead, it opens the bottle, and it starts pouring its content in your life. Your own blessings or curses. Stop blaming anyone for everything that is happening in your life. You are the only one responsible. And as long as you will deny this, you will stay unhappy, because you will connect all your accidents, financial troubles, all the people who cheat on you, who, I don't know, underestimate you. You will say, oh my God, I'm so wonderful, my husband is a bastard. Oh my God, like I'm really good professional, but the situation and the crisis in this country or the government doesn't support me. Like, oh my God, like I am such a good something, but I don't know, my mama never supported me. Or like, you will always find the source of the reason of your problems in the exterior factors. And like this, you will just die blaming. Instead, you must understand why I had this accident. Yes, it was not my fault. He was, I don't know, crossing on the red or whatever, or it's my fault. Why I had this accident? I had this accident because this is the result of some previous this. Why somebody cheated on me? Because some kind of my past actions were stored in this let's say the bottle of the I don't know, maybe Mercury, maybe Saturn, and now that planet only poured back in my life my own seeds. So, now tell me, is it important to know or not to know what your bottles contain? This is why we need numerology, this is why we need astrology and so on, so that at least we have a simple, at least the simplest idea where are the mines on our road. Rather, here step, but please avoid this spot. Rather, if you want to be a mother, and you being a mother in this life is very challenging, but still if you want to have healthy children, you have to accomplish 1, 2, 3 conditions, and that time your dream will come true. You want to be socially successful, 1, 2, 3 you have to make. You want, and the most important, it confirms you where is your area of happiness. It shows you where are your weak points. Don't joke, like rather, this electricity, or just analogy, symbolistically, say this area is very dangerous for you. Don't drive in this life. Because if you will drive in this life, it will not end up nicely. So I say very nice, I will not drive in this life. Yes, I want to have children, so I know what I have to do. I want something else, I know what I have to do. It isn't my life. I am a happy person. Because why? Because I'm following my steps. So imagine how important this is. I don't know if I could say in the first place, but in a very important place. How important this is for our children. When we have very often parents say, not very often, always parents say, oh my God, I have, let's say, 2 children, or even 3. The comments will always be the same. And I say that from the same mother, from the same father, absolutely different children. But for some reason, parents treat them the same. How can you treat 2 different people in the same way? Obviously, it will bring 2 very bad results in the future for the children. So how important is to know at least basic knowledge of numerology, knowing what is the date of your child. So it means this is what is the character. You know, like if you have in front of you milk, or you have in front of you apple juice, obviously you will cook from it different things. So the very same with our children. We regard our 5 children in the same way. But in fact, they have absolutely different nature. And if we neglect this nature, then they will grow up in unhappy people. And please, everyone who is listening, absolutely everyone who is listening to me, I hope one of you would say that my parents really brought me up in the way I needed. I mean, in a nice way, to give me this confidence, to encourage me, to believe me, to empower me, not to force me become a lawyer when I wanted to become a painter, or vice versa. Usually the parents gave us the fear of problems. They told us that life is hard, just make sure you have a good salary. They taught us to stay safe, not to live our lives. Obviously they did it out of good intentions, but did it help us? Now we have to reprogram, to upgrade ourselves, and it's so difficult. So if you can, from the start, give to your child, bring your child in such a way that the child needs. If this is the milk, I will know how to cook it, or how to treat it, how to use it, so that I get the best out of this milk. So imagine this is your baby, this is the project of your life, this is your fruit, this is the biggest achievement of your life, even if you think otherwise, because you gave birth to someone in this life, to a human whose appearance in this life changed the entire structure in the universe. This is why, my dears, having basic knowledge is a must. because other than that, we will just keep on running in those loops and loops and loops again till you will reach the moment of your I don't know 75 years old. The disappointment will start coming around 55, because all the time before you were thinking that my best is still to come, something will happen and I will understand what my happiness will meet me, my happiness will happen. But the years pass and you will feel that kind of happiness I've been expecting, but kind of happiness is not coming, and you will start getting disappointed that maybe it will not come in this life, and you don't have that courage anymore to try to change things, without understanding that even if you realize your mistakes or the wasted time at the age of 80, you still have time and chances. Yes, it's harder, but still you should do the entire effort to start living your own lives, to start doing your dreams. And another huge trap in our life is what I mentioned in the beginning of this video, is that we are presented the idea that things in our life are easy, that go with the flow and everything will be fine. It will not be fine, because our biggest gift of our life, our happiness, our talents, which we must develop, discover, are hidden in our biggest fears and in our biggest weaknesses. Who willingly, who out of you, only those with really highly conscious people who can see, not have eyes and they are like blind, living a miserable life, but people who can see, only those of you will willingly face your difficulties, face your fears, work on those weaknesses, because you understand that fear, that weakness is conditioning me. It's stopping me from being myself. Those of you who come for a birthing session and you have those painful sessions and still you keep on coming, because you understand all this pain has been accumulated there maybe for longer than one lifetime. But finally in this life maybe I will make it easier, or maybe I will really cleanse a lot of my my negative, my karma that gives me those troublehoods. But most of the people will always avoid difficulties. You will never go in that area of yourself which you don't know, which frightens you. You will never willingly, I don't know, I'm afraid to, I don't know how to communicate. So I will choose something where I don't have to communicate. I will find a job that doesn't involve working with people. And this is a mistake. You will just stay where you are for the rest of your life. You will be unhappy. And this concerns many different areas. So again, knowing your chart or knowing your numbers, if we speak about numerology, will help you understand where you stand, the point A, and it will show you where is your point B. And more than that, it will show you how to reach from point A to point B in the most harmonious and most ecological way, with less losses, with less effort, and with more enjoyment. This is how it works. Otherwise, we will keep on roaming around those streets with minimal chances to really achieve our, to reach our destination. This is why my answer is numerology, astrology, and so on are not only real, and those who ever, I don't know, you took courses with me, with other people, you took readings, you see how accurate it is. Like, you see how you always ask one question, how can you know that? Because your chart is like an X-ray. an astrologer and numerologer will see you naked, your soul, your everything. A good professional will always know about you more than you do, because your comprehension of yourself is limited. You are much better. You are much better than you think you are. And you deserve, you have the potency to have much more than you think you are, and most people will ever have in their life. Why? Because they didn't find their way. That's my answer. And I wish you happiness, and I wish you to to assume responsibility for your life, and for that you need knowledge.